This December, we are on a mission to definitely decide what is and isn't a Christmas movie. And we're starting with the biggest hands in Hollywood. Welcome to Half-Ass Movie Podcast. Welcome back, you dirty babies, to Half-Ass Movie Podcast, a show where we put together a half-ass theme as an excuse to watch movies. My name is Adam Fortress, and joining me today, his New England accent isn't half as good as Tom Kovacs for the internet.
It's the one thing about this movie where I'm like, yeah, just don't do it, dude. Like, just don't. The movie is twice as good if you don't pretend that you can do a New England accent. Like, get out of here with that.
And we might as well get it out of the way. Here's Christopher Walken impression, Bruce Leslie.
I don't do impressions, but I have had 3 Thanksgiving meals this week, and I'm ready for a nap, so let's get this done.
What an absolute and utter lie. He doesn't do impressions. Now, you don't do them well, but you certainly attempt them on a regular basis. I don't do Walken, I don't do any of that. That's a load of malarkey, and you know it.
Walken's far too nuanced for me.
Listen, one of us had to take it, man. You just be the one. Before we jump, we are off and running here into the month of December, everybody. And we're doing, Is This Christmas? Sean, tell us how this kind of came about.
So, as you guys know, behind the scenes, one of the things that we've constantly had problems with is trying to find something fun to theme up for Christmas. Like last year, we had the Nick Cage thing. And look, I'm not going to spit on a gift. Having the gift of being able to see Raising Arizona during Christmas is amazing. But let's call a spade here. Barely a Christmas movie. Like, Christmas is in it for like 11 seconds. Like, it's not really Christmas. So one of the things I wanted to do this year is I wanted to do something that's actually like Christmas themed. And the problem is this, is that when you have 4 weeks in December, you have a tough time finding an actor that you would enjoy seeing their movies that's been in 4 Christmas movies. There's
we searched a lot for all of those over the years and everything to try to find something that's like maybe Vince Vaughn and he comes close, but like no one really has that many.
And so, basically what you have is like the Dean Cain effect or like Lacey Chabert. Is that how you say your last name?
Yeah.
Where it's like,
the Hallmark thing.
The Hallmark thing. And look, if you love Hallmark Christmas movies, good on you. That's great. But being forced to watch those week after week when you're trying to talk about them for an hour is something completely different. And so I didn't want to do that either. So I was like, what's something that's fun that we could do like Christmas year in, year out, right? And so just out of necessity, I started thinking about the Die Hard effect, where, it's a fun argument to have, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And everybody has takes their own side on that, right? But what if you could do it, like approach it almost objectively, almost scientifically? And so what I did, I decided, like, I thought, guys, if you knew how much time I spent on these 10 questions to see if something is a Christmas movie or not, it is embarrassing. I spent more time on this than I did studying for anything in college, like for real.
I appreciate you putting the work into it because I wouldn't know where to start. I'm intimidated by this subject, so I'm taking a back seat on this one.
It's thorough. It's thorough to the point that you looked, and because I was just like, all right, let's see if we can add a little something. And no, it's pretty solid.
It's spot on.
So
spot on to me.
And I'm like, I don't see how anybody. And I like the fact that there's 10. And that we can kind of like accumulate some points and stuff like that. And we mentioned it on the pre-show and everything, and we'll mention where you can get that soon. But with that and everything, you've got so much. I've got too much into the pitch. I'm sorry.
No worries. So here's the thing, right? So what I figured out while making the questions is that the easiest way to take this test is that if you have 10 questions and you make them yes or no, so it's a binary. It's a binary answer, right? And so like the most scientific approach you can do. So you come up with 10 questions. If the movie that you are reviewing answers yes, to more than 5 of these questions, then congratulations, you got yourself a Christmas movie on your hands. But if you go 5 or below, it's not a Christmas movie. And here's the thing, as scientific as I tried to make this, it's all subjective, honestly, because I took this test with my youngest daughter on 2 different movies, on Die Hard, because it's the thing that really started the argument in the first place, the discussion. We'll call it a discussion. Arguing about something like this is stupid.
And I told you.
It's just a fun discussion. And so we took the Die Hard. We did Die Hard with these 10 questions, and it turns out that for my daughter, the Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, but for me, it is, because she had 5 yeses on hers. I had 6, and so really, it is subjective to you, the viewer. I still love the idea of going through these questions and like actually like delving into it and trying to figure out how close you can get to whether something is a Christmas movie or not. And it kind of also makes it where, like, you know, the reason why Die Hard is the perfect movie for this discussion is because it really is the one that rides the line the most. Because I think what we're going to find when we go through these other movies we're going to be reviewing this month, and probably Christmas's future, is that we'll be able to tell very quickly if something is actually a Christmas movie based on these 10 questions.
So we'll get into all of that. We're starting off with Steven Spielberg's Catch Me If You Can from 2002, which I had totally forgotten had not only, you know, just a Christmas scene in it, but several recurring Christmas scenes. And we'll get into that, you know, it's specifically
it's way more Christmas than you remember.
Oh, yeah, very much. And now they save it towards the end and everything. We'll get into it. But for the longest time, I was just going like, boy, Shawnee, where is this Christmas going to happen? And then bing, bang, boom, we're Christmasing all over the place.
And starts with Christmas.
You know, in my humble opinion, this had exactly as much Christmas as I remembered, which is not a heck of a lot. So I may be different than you guys on my my objective decision on how Christmassy this movie is, but I don't think I like this movie as much as the general public. I saw it once a long time back. Yeah, I saw it when it was new, and I got a kick out of it. I like the visuals and stuff, but there were some story flaws that we'll get into.
It's because of the medical part that really got you, isn't it?
Not so much, although that did get me. I think what got me the most is I believe this is a true story the same way that I believe Bloodsport is Frank Dukes according to Frank Dukes. I think a lot of the stuff that nobody knows what happened, Abagnale's having a good time making himself look like more than what he is. I just think it's all malarkey.
Deal. He's a grifter, you know?
Yeah, the guy's a scam artist, and he still scammed his whole life. I mean, he scammed his way out of prison, scamming the government, getting paid millions of dollars by companies, which I promise you half the crap he tells him's got to be stuff he's just making up to sound impressive, because that's what the guy does. I think he's still ripping people off, and they just don't know it.
Well, that's the whole thing with him, right? Is that, yeah, he was a con man when he was younger, but really the biggest con of all is making people believe that his autobiography was real.
Yeah.
Because it isn't. It's as fake as anything else he ever did. And so it's just an interesting read. It gets picked up by Spielberg. Spielberg makes this wonderful yarn with it. And I love this movie, but I love it a little bit less when you learn just how hardcore a grifter Frank Abagnale actually is.
I hate the guy. He's one of those people I hate. He's right there with Frank Dukes and Patch Adams as far as the grifters that I just can't tolerate. And he's one of those people that just drives home that the worst people are the ones that seem to get the most out of life, man. He's just a firm reminder of just how unfair things can be. But yeah, you know, lied and cheated his way to prison, and now he's a millionaire out of prison. It's like the whole Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort kind of thing. And
right.
I don't know, why does Leo have such an affinity towards these rotten guys? Maybe he's a little scoundrelish in his own way.
Also makes for an interesting character, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. But before we jump into our review here and everything, we want to remind people that the show you're listening to right now, you could be watching over at our live stream and on our YouTube page here and everything. We do a YouTube stream every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. Swing on by, join us in the chat room. And if you'd really like to, drop us some Fortress Bucks, aka a super chat. We'll read that on air here and everything. Had a bunch of them last week, which was kind of fun. So appreciate all of you guys for hanging out and doing all of that kind of good stuff. And if you want to be one of those awesome people, head on over to patreon.com/HMP. Get pre-show, post-show, and Dinger Zone. Dinger Zone this week, we're going to be talking about the films that we're going to be doing after this one, that we're figuring out what we're doing as far as the is this Christmas theme coming up. So be a part of that chat room for sure, because we always like to have you guys as back and forth on these as well, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So check all that out, and to get on that hype train. If you haven't hit the hype button yet, that's just about out to everybody right now. I think it's only on the mobile apps, but hit the hype button if you got one of those and you got 2 seconds in your day. We really appreciate it. Otherwise, just hit the regular like button. Patreon.com/HMP. All of those good things, don't you know? Let's get into it, fellas. Let me pull up the IMDb plot line for Catch Me If You Can. As we know, IMDb always 100% correct in everything they say and or do. Boy, he's almost getting it live, but not quite. Sorry. Pardon me. Barely 17 yet, Frank is a skilled foreigner, let's start again. Barely 17 yet, Frank is a skilled forger who also posed as a doctor, lawyer, and pilot. FBI agent Carl becomes obsessed with tracking him down, the con man who only revels in the pursuit. Clearly, I'm reading this fresh for the first time, so I apologize to everybody.
Why do we make the guy who has the most trouble reading read these every week?
Oh. It's the only laugh I get all week, man. Let me have my thing.
Really? It's the only one?
More or less.
He leads a sad existence. Screenplay by Jeff Nathanson, who did For Better or Worse, who has, get this, I don't know if you've ever seen this movie, but it's got Jason Alexander, James Woods, Joe Montana, Jay Moore, B. Arthur, Haley Joel Osment, and John Amos. How do you not want to see that movie with that cast? That's amazing. Then he became the sequel guy, man. He went off and did Speed 2 Cruise Control. He did Rush Hours 2 and 3. He did this movie. Then he did The Terminal with Spielberg as well. And he also wrote the new live-action Lion King kind of movies, whatever those little CGI, abominations are. And he wrote and directed a movie in 2004 starring Matthew Broderick and Alec Baldwin called The Last Shot. And it's got more character actors than you could ever imagine. It looks kind of interesting. But the screenplay is by a book from Frank Abagnale Jr., and Stan Redding, directed by Steven Spielberg. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's the most successful and well-regarded movie director in all of cinema history. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Christopher Walken, Martin Sheen, Amy Adams, and more bit parts than you can shake a stick at, including Jennifer Gardner, Elizabeth Banks, and John Travolta's sister, Margaret Travolta, just to name a few. Boys, do you remember all the way back in 2002?
I barely remember that year, but it was a year I lived through. And I saw this in Nashville at the big old fancy movie theater at Opry Mills.
I saw this movie and immediately fell in love with it. I love this style of movie. As you guys know, I love a heist. I also love somebody with a little bit of the devil in him as the main character. I love that too. So I really, really like this movie. And I've liked it since I saw it in the theater. And I wasn't I think this is the movie that made me go, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio he can be a good actor. The problem I have to this day with DiCaprio is that it feels like he's acting in so many movies where you're like, that guy's acting really hard right now, instead of just like, oh, he's this person, and I have that trouble with DiCaprio and many, many things. I don't have it so much in this movie, except every time he's eating. Say what you will about Brad Pitt eating in every single scene he's ever in. At least it doesn't look like something that's like stagecraft. every single time Leonardo DiCaprio eats any sort of food at all, you can tell he has thought about it. He tried to like, where would my fingers be at this moment?
There's flourishes. You're right.
It's awful, and it's awful in this movie.
Will you allow me to offer you my description of when Leo's eating? He looks to me like an alien who's eating Earth food for the first time, but doesn't want anybody to catch on that he's an alien.
Oh no, good. Yeah, ooh, I like.
This is nourishing.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, that's kind of my issue with it. This is also one of those movies, though, where you're like, oh, right, I forgot that they're in it. Oh, right, I forgot this person's in it, like over and over and over.
With your fondness for mid-century design, Sean, I thought you might really find a lot of the Pan Am uniforms, a lot of the stuff from the era in which this is said to be appealing to. I see this production design as being very, very well done, so I thought you would probably appreciate that. It's kind of in your wheelhouse.
You are not wrong. This hits all of my hallmarks. Like the opening title sequence to this movie is one of my favorites ever, if not my favorite. I love the music. I love the animation. I love the way that the titles present themselves. It's just so clean and lovely and well designed. And then we get this bountiful, like cornucopia of all of this mid-century, different styles of mid-century too, where I'm just like, that's the stuff, boy. That's the stuff. And then to top it all off, if there were a movie made for old Shanzi more than this one, at almost the top of the movie, they cut to a game show, and there's Joe Garagiola.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I love that game show scene too. Opening up, it just feels so authentic.
Everything
feels really authentic because I've watched a lot of those mid-century movies with my mom on TBS growing up. And the opening sequence was spot on. There was a probably 5-6 year period where there was a certain type of movie that did that. And I probably saw all of them, like Barefoot in the Park, Splinter, lots of things like that. And they've just nailed the aesthetic. Spielberg really, really showed that he has a certain love for films of that style and era.
I mean, when you see the title credits come on and everything, it is just like Spielberg collaborator after collaborator. I'm like, just banger after banger after banger, just like every single person in All-Star that he's worked with, for like 25, 30 years at this point with all these people. And it's just like, you'd have to like try to make this movie suck with the amount of talent that is on this. You would have to actively just go, we need to ruin this.
That's kind of the weird thing, though, right? Because next year, I think it is, he makes what I think is one of Spielberg's worst movies. It's The Terminal. And that movie is bad.
Oh, I do not like that.
So weird. Yeah, this movie is so good, and it goes to that one, which is so bad. You're right.
And Tom Hanks in it, too. I mean, it's one of Tom Hanks' biggest stinkers.
That movie is just bad, man.
I don't know this, but because we've been talking about it for a while now, what's the demarcation on when Hanks really starts to get into doing voices?
Oh,
is this it?
I think this could be that watershed moment. We could plant a flag here and challenge people to prove us wrong.
Yeah, look it up if somebody's out there. But because I'm curious, but like there's got to be a point where all of a sudden Tom Hanks just started trying to do voices and everything. He's just like, oh, Colonel Parker, guess what? Wild ass voice.
I love that voice, though.
Crazy voice. Like he just does it all the time, and it's like, well, okay then.
My favorite.
His voice so well over the years,
Is he doing gravelly? Is he doing gravel in Saving Private Ryan? Is he? I can't remember.
No, I think he's doing just regular Tom Hanks, like the same voice.
Yeah. Thanks.
It sounds like Woody from Toy Story.
No, I got shot.
There's a snake in my boot, Private Ryan.
Yeah. So let's talk about Tom Hanks since we're on the subject here and everythen, because
beautiful hands,
as big, his beautiful hands that are normal size. I'm told, but
and not sweaty at all.
No,
not at all.
he's kind of like still the star at this point and everything. DiCaprio is, kind of the de facto lead and everything, but we're still banking a lot on Tom Hanks' kind of likability here and everything. We're, 02. So he's off of like, your Titanics there and everything. So he's still rocking huge with all of that stuff. But Hanks has just been on, seriously a bender for like 15 years at this point of just hit after hit after hit. So I guess it also gives him just kind of carte blanche to sort of do whatever he sort of wants with this. And this horrible New England accent is just icing on the cake.
Oh, it's just the worst. And as you guys know, I had to kind of come up with I had to make it okay in my head, because otherwise there was no way I was going to enjoy this movie. It's almost like in oh my God, I can't believe why did I bring this up if I can't remember the name of the damn movie with Jack Nicholson and Matt Damon and Leo? What's the name of that movie?
The Departed?
Thank you. The Departed, where you have you're 5 people in this movie who are like the main characters in the movie, and 3 of them have amazing New England accents, obviously. And then 2 of them, you're just like, what are we doing? My God. I'm sorry. Continue.
What are you saying? Martin Sheen wasn't doing a great job?
That is what I'm saying. Yes, it is laughable what Martin Sheen is doing in that movie.
So I think that people are in agreement that Leo can turn in a good performance.
Sure, but
I'm curious. I think this performance is middle of the road by Leo's standards. I think in his repertoire, this isn't one that I consider a standout performance. In fact, I'm kind of turned off by him a little bit, and I don't know if I buy him as 17.
Definitely not. But one of the things that I like about him in this movie is that he can play an everyman, which you don't see a lot from him. Mm-hmm. Like he can blend into a scene, which he hates to do. And he does do that in this movie, which is why I like the performance. He's not always like think of that party scene where the camera's following him. He just seems like another person at that party.
Yeah, this 17 and a half year old at this villa putting together all of this stuff, walking around with a case of wine and whatever. I mean, just like what, like that is the point where you're just going, who's allowing all of this? Who's like, no one can spot a 17-year-old.
And I'm also going to call foul that a 17-year-old has the game to just serially seduce all these 27 and 28-year-old ladies that have real men in their life.
That's how you know. I mean, that's how you know that the winners are writing.
It's like when you read the Bruce Leslie autobiography. I was 45 minutes late for the comic book convention because all the supermodels kept throwing themselves at me as I tried to enter. I could only service 12 of them in the time allotted. Right. And then I said, sorry, ladies, I have to go get an autograph from one Jim Starlin.
It is kind of like that. I mean, again, it's one of those things where you can tell when someone has been in the writer's room about something, and clearly Abagnale is in the writer's room at the very least with this thing.
I love it. Oh man. I would have liked to have seen how ridiculous this would have looked with an actual 17-year-old.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is that when you look at pictures of Abagnale at 17, because of course I was so fascinated by the story, how does somebody who's 17 pass for a pilot? You can't really tell because it's that time where like, oh, this guy could be 40 years old. It's kind of what it was like at the time. Right.
It's like your dad's yearbook phenomenon or your mom's yearbook. Right. Everybody looks 30 in high school. And then when I show my yearbook to the Gen Z people that work with me, they think that we all look 30, but I promise no one thought we were 30.
Doesn't hurt that he started smoking at like 9,
Well, I mean, it was Kentucky.
And so not only that, right, but then you look at somebody and so the way that I would describe it to you is that like, whenever there's a depiction of Joan of Arc, like Joan of Arc is always like, some cute girl that looks at least in my head, looks a whole lot like the hot girl from the Go-Go's. But but like in real life, she was able to pass as a man for like 3 years. And
Yeah.
I'm guessing,
Nobody questioned.
I'm guessing because she had a pixie cut doesn't make everybody go, oh, well, that must be a man. You know what I mean? And so I think that's probably the case with Abigail is like, you're a little bit schlubby. You look tired all the time. He probably could pass as an older person. Just a guess.
It also just kind of, it was great living before the information age really took hold. Like it was great living before the internet and debit cards and Venmo and stuff. I mean, just having the gall to do things. You hear about people that just had whole separate lives. You couldn't do that now because of social media. Like the traveling salesman that had 3 families that didn't know about each other and crap like that. That just can't happen now. And I'm
good
talking about
because
it like
that sucked.
Yeah, I was about to call myself out, and I'm saying it like it's a bad thing. But
like a far long era that we wished for the days.
Remember when serial killers could just kill people randomly and we wouldn't know who it was? God, that was great, right?
I'm sitting here watching this movie, and I actually did go to medical school. I actually have passed all of the necessary exams to be licensed, and it is still such a pain in the butt. Like I was watching him and I thought, man, it might actually be easier to forge all my documents than to get the real ones delivered. And like, how big of an offense is it if you're forging credentials that you actually have? You're just trying to save time and effort. I don't know. But yeah, watching that, I was like, oh man, I bet back then I just show up and show them like my doctor ID card or something that they had back then, and they just put you to work in the hospital. There's no credentialing. There's no insurance approval. There's no like in network, out of network back then. You just show up and apparently pick 9 nurses to harass at work.
Right.
The good old days.
I just like how it's like, listen, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna keep making all these checks and stuff. And like, you got to admire the commitment. And then I love how they're all just from like planes and crap like that. But again, I like the idea of somebody just, having that kind of laser focus there and everything to try to, game the system. And the movie does a good job with kind of spelling out exactly why they're able to do this. Because, again, it's 2002. So people should be like, wait a minute, shouldn't you know this really easy? Nope. Here's the big giant map, with our slideshow to show you exactly how X, Y, and Z. So even dum-dums can, follow along.
Right.
Dum-dums like me could follow along.
Right.
Just go like, oh, okay, yeah. So they wouldn't know for weeks, and it makes sense. But they tell you, but they don't let Frank tell you that that's what he's doing. They let the cops do it, which is nice.
It's one of those movies too, and Spielberg's always good at this, where it doesn't insult your intelligence, but it is one of those movies where dumb people think this is a smart movie, and it's not something. It's just fun. Like it's not something where like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I can become a medical doctor. Like anybody who's watching this movie for advice is probably it's probably a bad move. But
it should be an instructional video, that's for sure.
Well, but it doesn't work like that anymore. Like, can you imagine just hopping on a plane and nobody knows your real identity? I don't think so, pal. That's not how that works.
I do love all the tiny little things that that he doesn't know that he would so assuredly possibly know, like sitting in that jump seat and everything, where he's looking around and he has that, like, he's doing his best not to look panicked, but he's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm looking here, there, and the stewardess finally just hits the boop, boop, boop. Oh, there's your seat. And he's like, okay. All right, very good, very good.
One of the more refreshing things, though, is when he gave that really passionate I don't know what you call it, presentation in front of the judge after watching an episode of Perry Mason. And then when he's done, the judge is like, what is wrong with you? Have you never done this? Like, he was absolutely blown at that point. He knew, okay, I got to move. I got to get out of town because I am exposed here.
Right.
And I was glad because I expected, with all the other fakeroony BS malarkey going on here, that suddenly he becomes the greatest lawyer in the history of Louisiana or something too. So I did find that to be refreshing. But if you're telling lies about yourself, you always got to tell one unflattering one to make people believe the rest. As three experienced liars, I'll just call us out. We all three know that already.
Then I skipped my knee, and that was no fun either. So
Yeah, I slam dunked the basketball really hard, but I broke my wrist and I had to miss the rest of game 7. But we were up by the 90 points I'd already scored in the first quarter.
He's a hero. He is.
Look, I don't like bringing this up, but I did save a child yesterday.
Oh, just one.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it though. I did save a child though. Please continue.
Keep it
I saved a child from a kidnapper. Now, full disclosure, I was also the kidnapper, but I had second thoughts and let them go. Where's my trophy? Where's my medal?
So is this the movie? Like, and keep in mind that Christopher Walken is like kind of set the record early on of like, oh, this guy, you want him in your movie if it's just somebody going through the worst time of their life, right? Or like epic number one worst time of your life. And like that's how I started with him. That I'm old enough to remember those movies. And then he goes through that phase where like he's a tough guy and he's shooting people and he's got all the cool lines. And then you get this shift again back to original Walken. Is this the biggest loser he's ever played in a movie?
This is a pretty good one. I'm trying to think. I mean, the janitor in Billy Madison, not Billy Madison, in The Waterboy. The janitor in The Waterboy? Am I making that up? He was a janitor in something.
I don't know.
It was a pretty pathetic character. But, man, I don't know. I don't know his oeuvre well enough. He's been in so many movies. It's hard for me to make
I will say this, while watching it this time, I said to myself, and I kind of looked back through IMDb, and I think I'm probably right. I think this is maybe the last, what I would call really, really great Christopher Walken performance.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Where he's not in on the joke like Shatner kind of thing.
Yeah, he's not quite there yet. He's straddling the line a little bit. He knows he's Walken still a little bit, but
yeah,
God, he gives a lot in the scenes that he's in. He does really well. He plays a lot of different emotions and stuff like that. He's really, really solid in this movie. And like you couldn't say that for a lot of movies forward and backwards within
it's true.
That career and everything. So I really think that this is his last great thing.
Do either of you remember the first Christopher Walken movie you ever watched?
I could not tell you. It's one of those weird ones, where it's just like
I remember
omnipresent.
very distinctly. I watched the one he made with Natalie Wood. Is it Dreamscape? Something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that as a kid I thought was a cool movie, and he was in it, and that's how I first found him. And that's just kind of what I thought of him, was the Dreamscape movie. And then he was in some Stephen King thing that I saw right, maybe Dead Zone or something.
Yeah. That's the first thing I ever saw him in. Seeing him in Dead Zone is literally the first time I ever saw him,
and I thought he was pretty good in that. But he was also good in the Natalie Wood thing. I just can't quite remember, but it was like this science fiction thing where you could basically, it was virtual reality in 1980 or something, and it would show on HBO or something when I'd be at my grandparents and I'd watch it, and it was cool. Not really appropriate for a 8-year-old, whatever I was, but
I loved his Dead Zone on the on SNL there and everything. It's like you left your coffee in the cab. Just like they were, instead of being deaths, it was just mild inconveniences. Your daughter, she's traipsing mud all through the clean kitchen.
The worst kind of a fortune telling.
Okay, that's fine. He's awesome in this, and became, weirdly enough, probably the most quoted guy at film school in 2003. For whatever reason, we would just like, it would always just come. Christopher Walken was our like little, what we would call Stimmy these days, where it would just be like 2 mice. Like that would just be what we would just kind of, it just constantly, he was kind of everything in this movie. And like just watching back at everything and seeing it be as good as I remembered with everything, just fantastic.
I'm just glad we didn't make it through the whole show without a Walken impression. So thank you there, Adam.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's he's just again super great in this one. I don't know what else to say with that one, but
I love the way that the dad is this sketchy guy too, and it's like his dad was low grade sketchy, and then Frank Jr. took the sketchiness to a whole new level. And then when the dad finds out just how sketchy Frank is, he's like, "Don't quit. You've got him on the run." Really twist. I mean, his dad hates the government. I would love to know more about the backstory of his dad and the IRS, and I'm sure he blames the government for his divorce and all that. But just looking at the bitterness of like this low time, sketchy individual, this little small time hood, and then how he's so proud of his son for making it to the big leagues, $5 million hood. It was crazy just to see it. And of course, Frank, I don't know, has this obsession with his no good father, so he becomes a no good man.
And the son who kind of sees through everything and everyone, but like, does he see through dad here, or is he just kind of like, because he's constantly just going like, "Oh, you mom, we're all back together, everything's fine," and stuff like that. It's like, you have no clue what's going on here, do you? Or is he purposely just kind of saying like, "Oh, no, none of the things that I see happening are actually happening." She's all banging old Brolin there and everything.
Yeah, that's what I was going to just throw in there. Is I'm sure her marriage isn't the happiest, but she's no peach, man. She's having affairs while the kid's in the house, and he's not like a little kid either. He's old enough to know what's going on, and I can understand why he takes his dad's side in this. But maybe it's a case where two people who deserve each other got each other with his mom and dad. I don't know, but she cashed in for the lawyer.
Is this the first Spielberg movie where there's weird parent stuff happening?
Okay, no, you're being facetious. Okay, I almost answered you honestly before I realized what you were doing. Well played, sir. Well played.
He has a little bit of something.
Yeah, it was good to go and say E.T.'s all about the effects of childhood trauma and a broken home on a kid.
Every movie he has is about weird, like awful parents.
And then my one. Growing up was a little strange for me. Yeah, we put that one together.
And
we get it, Steve.
Didn't he have like an idyllic youth though? That's what's kind of crazy. Maybe he feels bad because he didn't have like the weird parents.
There was some. Watch the Fablemans. That's pretty much.
I tried to watch it and accidentally got Meet the Feebles, but I'll try again.
Very different movie. Very different movie indeed.
I thought, man, Spielberg's family is messed up until I caught on to what happened.
Double down on the feeble joke. Nice.
What can we say? So let's get into kind of the Christmas area of this and everything, because like I said, I had forgotten that this had Christmas elements and stuff in it, and we get through the majority of the movie and I'm going like, all right, where the hell's this Christmas coming at? Like, I got scared for half a second going like, is there Christmas in this? Do we because this is a long movie. I wouldn't want to get to the end of it, have zero Christmas and be like, well, we do need to watch something else that indeed has Christmas, but this one does. And so many, and what, 3-4 times at least?
Oh yeah,
I think it has it slightly more than the Weatherman did last year, but not much more.
And it also, there's the contacting on Christmas, and that's what made me think of it. Is that the hand ratty line of, "You call me every Christmas, Frank," like that kind of thing, like.
Yeah,
that's what made me think of the Christmas stuff, because I also remember him, like there's that Spielberg magic of the scene where he finally gets arrested out front of his mom's house, and with the frost on the window and everyone's enjoying Christmas inside as he's cold and barely alive outside. Like it's a very Christmassy moment, and so that's why I brought it up, is because of that. Those two moments in particular. What I didn't realize is that the movie starts at Christmas. I didn't remember that part.
I will compliment. I mean, come on, it's Spielberg. The guy knows how to make a movie. Even if you don't like the subject matter, you're going to find yourself pulled into it because he's good at what he does. But I do want to say it got me pulled into the movie enough that I forgot we were watching it because of the Christmas question that we had to answer. So I didn't even really pay attention to it from that angle, just because I was kind of into the story. So I think that's a positive for the movie, but maybe it's not going to be as positive for my answers on the Christmas questions.
Right.
All right, so let's get those down. I mean,
Speaking of which,
do you want to do them, or I got them? Whatever, however you want.
Oh, I do like it because there's 3 of us, and the answers are binary, so we can't have any ties. And we will say, according to the show, we will declare whether or not it's a Christmas movie based on the final score.
Oh, I love it. I didn't even think of that part. Okay, so first question. Is Christmas the single most important element of the movie?
No.
No, it's like I said, we get through almost 3/4 of the movie before we even get to Christmas number 1. And we only kind of see it when we pull out from this tracking shot and everything. And then a Christmas tree just happens into frame there and everything. And you're like, oh, right. There's
right. It's Christmas.
It's going to be a no for me.
Yeah, that's 3 no's across the board. I think that you are insane if anyone answers yes to this. It doesn't matter at all, especially since we're looking at a man's life over the course of, like, what is it, 5 years that he was on the run for in the movie?
Right.
Something like that.
Right. So number 2, and this question, let's start with Adam. Adam, if it were any other time of year, would it change the movie?
It could be Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't change much of anything. So I would say that no, it wouldn't change anything if we changed the holiday. I mean, you call me every Arbor Day. What's this all about? It's like Arbor Day. What the fuck? Okay, fine, sure, but no, it wouldn't matter.
Bruce,
it could just as easily be New Year's. It's like, hey, every New Year's he calls me. Yeah,
hey, a new shot at a new thing. Yeah.
Yep, totally agree. Other than props, set dressing, and soundtrack, can you tell it's Christmas? Bruce?
I have to say no. I mean, even just watched it this afternoon and totally forgot to look for the Christmas, other than the fact that, at the end he calls it out. Hey, always call me on Christmas. Other than that, I forgot that Christmas was even while we were watching it. So no for me.
Which is why I have to say yes, because he does mention that it is Christmas, and it's like, so it's a very much, not only with all the accoutrement that we mentioned, your set dressing, soundtrack, and all of that stuff, we mentioned several times specifically Christmas. So I think we got to say yeah on that one.
You're the tiebreaker, Shanzi.
For me, I'm going yes, and the reason why is because there's 3 scenes in particular. One is the first time Frank calls Hanratty on Christmas, and they're both completely alone. And that's when you can kind of tell that something's up with Hanratty, because he's in the office working on Christmas Eve. It's like, look, you can be committed to your job. No one is so committed to their job that it's dark on Christmas Eve and you're still working by yourself. Like, there's no way, right? So there's something up there. That's number 1 for me. Number 2 is when the scene I mentioned earlier, the scene where Frank runs up to his mom's house and she's with the new family, and there's frost on the windows and he looks crazy. But by the way, that is one of the notes that I have for this, is that Frank Abagnale, during this time where he's like crazy, and he's got like his weird goatee beard thing and his hair's all crazy. He kind of looks like every picture you've ever seen of a tech billionaire like 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you're like, that dude looked like that 25 years ago. Wow. Like that kind of thing.
I got some paper so I can keep score, because I realize that might be something we want to do. So we have 1 point so far.
Right. I'm saying yes for 3. And I think that it's one of those movies also where, like, the writing is so sharp that there's times where they allude to Christmas where you're not even saying the words Christmas. And so I think that part, that's why I give it a yes also for that question. Question 4. Do any of the plot lines deal with any of the core 4 meanings of Christmas: family, nostalgia, generosity, or hope? Bruce?
I'm going to give it a yes on that. I think we've got both family and nostalgia that get thrown in here.
Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely like harkening back to all those things, and that's why he's doing all of it is for that family thing of put together. It's like, hey, if I can just fix this, I can fix my entire family here, and he was just kind of this generous sort of dude who was going around and trying to make everyone's lives better, even though he was kind of grifting everyone out of money, tons and tons of money.
I would say that it does deal with all four, right? I mean, even the nostalgia thing for me specifically, I was like, oh man, this is hitting the stuff, boy. When Garagiola comes out, my God, man, I got it. Oh man, it was great. It immediately took me back to Adam. You are never going to remember this. I think that you're too young for this. There was a time where baseball was on Saturdays. Yeah. And that was a Garagiola and Vin Scully game. And it didn't matter the team that was playing. I would watch the game because those two guys were the announcers. And it didn't even matter. Like, it could be the Giants and the Astros, two teams I could have cared less about, and it wouldn't matter because it's Garagiola and it's Vin Scully.
And I'm pretty sure that's the same broadcast that if they had a rain delay, they would show Johnny Bench and the baseball bunch during the rain delay.
Oh, you are right. Yes. So that's a yes on number 4. Number 5, does Santa / someone dressed as Santa make an appearance in this movie?
This is an easy one. It's no all across the board, right?
I'm going to say no. I didn't see Santa.
I thought I remembered someone, or maybe even Walken dressed as Santa at some point, but that does not happen in this movie.
No.
Yeah. Number 6, does it feel like a Christmas movie?
Adam, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
It feels like there's Christmas scenes, like, and the one that's probably the most kind of almost Christmas is the last one there with all the papers and everything flying in the air. That's very kind of It's a Wonderful Life sort of deal with him kind of screaming like that and everything. Very, especially in the wife beater and all that kind of stuff. Very iconic looking and whatnot. But yeah. That's the outside of that, those are just scenes, but I wouldn't say a Christmas movie. No.
And for me, the only part that really felt any Christmas at all is when he goes to see his sister. What I'm assuming he's seeing his sister for the first time at his mother's new house, and you can see they're decorated for Christmas, and he kind of taps on the window. But other than that, this doesn't feel like a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, same for me. No's across the board on question 6. Question 7, let's go with Adam on this one. Is this a movie you would only watch during the holiday season?
Oh, certainly not. I feel like I don't remember what time of year this movie came out. I'll look at it while we're all answering the next things here. But I feel like this was like a summer movie or something. But no.
I was thinking this was Oscar bait, like a November release. But what do I know?
Oh, maybe. I don't remember. I for some reason I have this attached to summer, but I could totally be wrong.
September, my vote, or December 25th. Wow. So yeah, it is Oscar bait, boy.
And I'm going to say no to that one too.
Christmas me too. It's a no on 7. 8, Bruce, is this reasonably anyone's favorite Christmas movie?
No. Oh, anyone who tells me this is their favorite Christmas movie is either a psychopath or they're lying, which means they're a psychopath anyway. So yeah, anyone who would say this is their favorite movie, it probably is. So there you go.
Adam?
No reasonable person. There's some psychopath perhaps, but no normal person's going like, I'm telling you. No, you're not telling me. Shut up.
Right.
We don't open presents till we see the last credit in Catch Me If You Can.
You've got to be the most hardcore devil's advocate for making a like that. No, I could totally. There are probably a few people. No, there isn't.
This and Death Wish 3.
So Adam, number 9. Does this movie make Christmas seem magical in some way?
No. It's a backdrop. It's just a backdrop for this thing. There's no I don't feel the redeeming factor of Christmas truly coming into play in this movie. No.
Yeah, I echo Adam's sentiments completely. It's a no from me.
Yeah, me too, man. Last one, number 10. Could this movie reasonably fill someone with Christmas spirit?
I feel like there's a really odd, because like if there's anybody that's that could be fooled by the Christmas the Christmas brouhaha, it is going to be me. I think deep down inside there's a possible chance that you could have a little bit of it, because it does kind of like it's brief and everything. But if you get to the end and you're kind of reminded, oh yeah, this is a Christmas movie and it's right around Christmas when you just happen to be seeing it, you would probably go like, oh wow, that's really great that this is kind of like reminding me of Christmas or whatever. Light a candle or some shit. I don't know. But I'm saying, are those people reasonable? No.
It's like if at the end of the Grinch, instead of his heart growing 3 sizes, they just hired him to put in security systems so no one else could do what the Grinch did. No.
Yeah, it's a big no for me too. I think that this movie feels like one of those movies where, like, because really smart people are making this, where it's like, hey, we really need to pull on the heartstrings here. How do we do that? Oh, I get it. We can make them feel bad for both Frank and for Hanratty if we have all this taking place over years at Christmas, where they're just by themselves and they have no one else but each other. Like it's a really nice touch. I can't imagine someone going, man, I just wasn't feeling Christmas this year until I put on Catch Me If You Can. And now I'm Mr. Christmas. I just can't see that happen.
You put on Catch Me If You Can, and like the Santa hat comes out of the ceiling and goes on your head like the Darth Vader helmet. Right there on you. You're just like, now it's Christmas, baby.
Oh, our Christmas decorations are all Pan Am themed.
We're a Pan Am Christmas family, damn it. All right, well, it's all come down. Oh, I'm sorry, you got more?
Hold on. So let's wrap this up. Let's put a nice bow on this thing, right?
The final score, according to Price Waterhouse and their fine accountants, 2 points, a grand total of 2 points for Catch Me If You Can, meaning that it is in fact not a Christmas movie per Half-Ass Movie Podcast.
I agree. This is definitely not a Christmas movie, man.
I think what'll be fun is at the end of the month to see which movie got the lowest score, not the highest.
Ooh, it might be this one. It could.
That's
be
what I'm starting to think. Yeah,
we'll have to figure all those out in the Dinger Zone afterwards. Everybody, oh, teaser! How about that?
Tease.
But before we get to that, we got to figure out what is your star graded recommendation for Catch Me If You Can from 2002, Bruce.
If you really love fictional stories, I'd give it a solid 3.5 stars for the story. The production design's beautiful. The production design's beautiful, but just look at stills. You don't have to watch the movie. 3.5.
Pick up a coffee table book and you'll be fine.
This is a 4 for me. It's almost 2.5 hours long, but it really doesn't feel that way. And although I cannot agree more with Bruce that just a terrible person being celebrated in this movie really does like take the shine off of this thing. I still gotta give it 4 stars, man. No, four sweaty Hank's hands.
I like it.
That's the rating.
They're like, listen, he was in jail for a little bit, but then but he was so good at criming, they let him out and they said, hey, you show us the criming. And he's like, all right, how long do I got to do it? Forever? They're like, nah, just a couple years and we'll let you out. We'll be like, who gives a shit?
You're too good at that crime. We got to let this guy out.
Now write a book filled with whatever the hell that you want. No one's going to substantiate any of this garbage and just sell that to, a bunch of ding-dongs in Hollywood. And God knows they came a-rolling.
So there I am, neck deep in poon.
I think I'm going to try to pull off an autobiography that includes me dying and what happens in the afterlife.
And then you know what happens after that? It's like, oh, it's the first one from Beyond the Grave. This one's got to be a seller. This is going to be a 4-star for me as well. It's a nice solid one. It does feel a little bit long. We could chug on just a little bit here and there, but there's so much of it is pretty fun and light and stuff like that. Even though in some circumstances, there's a lot of bad things that are going on, but we put such a nice patina on it that you don't really even try to think about it now, do we? Oh, listen, a lot of horrible things could be going on as repercussions for all the actions that are going on. He's cute and funny. Let him go. Let him go. We do the same thing with hot chicks. We're just like, it's fine. Just let him. It's okay. We're cool with it. They got charismatic, abilities. We don't care.
Yep.
But we care about you and all of your lovely likes and subscribes on this here live stream and everything, because that will do it for another episode of Half-Ass Movie Podcast. We'll talk about next week in half a second. In the meantime, Bruce, you got so much new stuff out there. Tell people what's what.
Well, you can't find me. I'll be right back.
Karen and I just wrapped up our week of Thanksgiving movie reviews, where we did find 7 movies to review. It'll probably be the only year we do that, because there's not a lot of really good Thanksgiving movies out there.
It, man.
But we wrapped it up with Miracle on 34th Street, which is a great transition from the Thanksgiving season to the Christmas season. And then we've got a list of 25 Christmas movies, and we're going to see how many of them we can make it through, put a review up before the big day gets here. And we put 3 reviews in the can this morning. So those will be starting sometime on December 1st and dropping as fast as we can until the 25th gets here.
Absolutely. Awesome.
And that's youtube.com/@animedad or Bruce Leslie or whatever.
There's links are in the show notes is where those are, everybody. And as well as the link in the show notes for Sean Scoots. He likes to put himself on a little scooter there and everything, and scoot around the whole Atlanta area and surrounding metros and whatnot, and go on like little trails and whatnot. It's nice and soothing. Put it up on your big screen there and just kind of like,
It is strangely like meditative or something to just kind of watch it. It's like it helps lower the old blood pressure.
Yeah, it's like going on a walk, but you're too lazy to go on a walk, so you just, you go on a walk with somebody else.
It's the walk for the Wall-E style human that I am.
Yeah. Are you a part of that Wall-E stuff going on there? Come on down to the Sweet Sean Z YouTube page there. Links in the show notes for all of that. And check me out on TikTok Trash Tuesday, everybody, where I go out to movie TikTok and talk about a whole bunch of that bull crap over there. And we go on some rants and whatnot. Last Tuesday was like 2.5 hours. It was unbelievably long. But anyways, go check all that kind of good stuff out. Links are in the show notes for all of these fine things. Join us next week when we're talking another Is this a Christmas movie episode? Because we're going to be checking that out on the Dinger Zone right after this on the live stream. And then after that, you need to check out that at patreon.com/HMP. So that will do it for this week. Join us next week for our new Is This a Christmas Movie special with Sweet Sean Kovacs from the internet. Bruce Leslie, I'm Adam Porters, reminding you to get out there and watch some movies, you dirty babies.